Hey everyone, so today we're going to talk about something really powerful, especially if you're at one of those moments in life, That place where you're standing at a new beginning, feeling that mix of excitement, but also a little bit of uncertainty about what's next.
Wow. Just take a second and let that sink in. Your future is still soft clay. I mean, how beautiful is that? It just perfectly captures this really precious, fleeting moment. Your life isn't set in stone. It hasn't hardened yet. It's all just pure potential, waiting for you to shape it.
So that brings up a really important question, right? In this rare moment when anything feels possible, what do you actually need? What kind of guidance is genuinely helpful when you're trying to figure out the path ahead? Okay, so that leads us right into our first big idea, your unshaped life. And this is all about that rare moment you'll never get back. It's that unique period where the world hasn't quite locked in its expectations for you, and your own daily routines, they haven't totally taken root yet. And I think this really hits home for a lot of us. You're standing at the beginning of your adult life, and pretty much everything ahead of you is still unshaped. It doesn't matter if you're 23 or 53. If you feel like you're at a new starting line, this is for you. It's about recognizing that wide open space that's right in front of you. And listen, you do not need all the answers right now. Seriously, you don't need a perfect vision of your future. And this is so important because the pressure to have it all figured out, it can be absolutely crushing. So maybe the most important thing you can do is just let that go. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to give yourself the room to grow into whatever comes next.
All right, so if a detailed turn-by-turn map isn't what you need, then what is? Well, what if it's a compass instead of a map? This is what every young person deep down is quietly longing for.
And that distinction is everything. Think about it. A map gives you a single predetermined route, but a compass gives you a direction. It's a tool that offers you orientation when you feel totally unanchored. It helps you see clearly without telling you exactly which path to follow. It's all about orientation, not prescription.
So what is this compass for the journey? Well, this is exactly what the 100-letter project is meant to be.
So, okay, what are these letters, really? What does this companion actually look like? Well, the whole idea is that it's not some flood of advice all at once. It's something that arrives slowly, very intentionally, like a friend walking alongside you over time. And this really breaks down the whole philosophy. On one side, you see what these letters are not. They're not here to tell you who to become, they're not going to prescribe a path, and they definitely won't give you some neat little blueprint for your life. But on the other hand, what they are for is to offer clarity when everything feels noisy, to create that sense of orientation, and maybe most importantly, to strengthen you for all the decades ahead. And there's a real promise of honesty here. Some of these letters will be comforting, for sure. But others might unsettle you a bit. They might challenge you. But the one thing they will all be is honest.
So, you might be asking, what's the whole point of this? Why is having a compass so crucial? Well, it all comes down to this idea of building your inner architecture. It's about shaping yourself on purpose, not just by accident. And this is really the heart of it, isn't it? If you don't carry a strong inner architecture, if you don't build that foundation for yourself, life just has a way of shaping you. Things happen, and you get molded by them instead of by your own choices. This whole project is meant to be an antidote to that. And to build that inner architecture, we're going to explore the real foundations that shape every single life. We're talking about big stuff, Things like your identity, curiosity, confidence, how you pay attention, and then love, money, work, and finding meaning. It's the whole shebang, really. And the purpose here isn't some quick fix, It's about something way deeper. It's about an inner strengthening that's subtle but durable, something that lasts a lifetime. It's not loud or flashy. It's about building a foundation that can truly stand the test of time. And as we start to wrap up, there's one last really beautiful metaphor here. We've talked about a compass for the unknown, but let's also think of this as a lantern for the road ahead. It's your companion, something to light up the path right in front of you, especially when you can't see what's way off in the distance. And I love this quote. This project is not a book, it is a companion. And that's so important, right? A book is something you can finish, put on a shelf, and you're done. But a companion, that's totally different. A companion stays with you for the whole journey. So no matter where you are right now, whether you're feeling hopeful or anxious or excited or just totally uncertain,
maybe a mix of all of the above, you are absolutely welcome here. There's no need to pretend to be anyone other than exactly who you are in this moment. So when you're ready, we'll begin with letter 1, which is called Curiosity is a Compass. It's not a push, just an open invitation. And it really leaves you with a question, doesn't it? What could you discover if you decided to start treating your own curiosity as a compass?